Welcome in, guys. Justin Anderson is back with us.
Yeah, baby.
We've missed you. We were just saying we haven't seen each other since Greece.
It's so embarrassing. I was driving up the driveway today, and I had like that feeling that you get like after like summer when you're to see like your best friend back at school.
Yeah.
Like I was literally like had like little butterflies, and then like you came out, and I was like, I almost fell out of the car, like because I was like so excited. But we haven't seen each other in a long time because I went to Nantucket for a long time.
Yeah.
Like I'm over a month.
Yeah, and
then
I've been
you
moving
moved.
and everything. But yeah, so happy you're here. We have a fun one for you guys today because what we've decided to do is if you have not seen, or maybe some of you have, but NAD is the new health trend, I would say. We've been seeing it all over TikTok. And Justin and I have been doing these NAD IVs for years, actually.
We've done it for a really long time.
We've done it for a long time, and I love that it's now like the new trend in health. So we're gonna get an IV while we have this conversation with you. We're gonna talk about celebrity gossip, but the reason we thought it would be funny is because you feel like shit when you get these IVs, that it's gonna actually be hard for us to have a conversation.
I mean, we'll see how it works, but it really like you feel like nauseous. So basically they put in the, what is that called? IV. It's an IV, a catheter.
That's an IV.
Yeah, and then they run the NAD product like through your system, but it like it's.
Let's start getting hooked up while we're talking about this,
cool,
but you keep explaining it.
Yeah, but we've been doing it for years, and you really like it's like. It feels like you're doing like a workout. Like you feel a little bit nauseous. You feel like out of breath a little bit.
Just talking about it, I can like feel
Me
it
too.
already. Oh no, I'm
Me
so
too.
scared.
Like my mouth was starting to water because
Me
you
too.
kind of get a little bit like nauseous. Like you feel like you're gonna puke, and you can kind of control like the speed of it going into your system like faster or slower. So sometimes you have to slow down if you start feeling
it's intense.
But let's try and like power through it.
Oh my God, because Justin and I used to go, didn't we go a couple times a week for a little while? And we
Yeah.
were doing like 500 milligrams. Is that milligrams? And just make sure I get that right. And it was fucking brutal. But as soon as you stop it, you feel fine.
Yeah.
But it's like, I feel it in my mouth. My mouth is watering right now. And like the NAD stomach.
I'm actually kind of nervous because if you haven't done it in a while, it kind of is more intense, right? Because when we were doing it like bi-weekly.
That's right.
We were twice a week we were doing it, and we like really got good at it. Like I was like, Kristin, I powered through this time.
Oh
And
yeah, we would like have a race.
We'd
like,
have
who could be
competitions
done
like who could be
sooner.
done quicker. But when you take a break from it, it hits you harder.
All right, you can stick us. Okay, so while we're getting all situated here, I will tell you guys the health benefits of NAD. And so Adam Bobo is my good friend. He owns this company, Arete, out here in Nashville. This is the company that is helping us out here. And so he sent me a list of all the health benefits. So here you go. It is the most potent anti-aging molecule you can use to slow the aging process. It's really good for aging. That's all I need to know.
Want to know what's so funny is before I knew what it was, so like back when I was in LA and I was doing hair, I would go to all my celebrity clients' house and do their hair at home. There were a bunch of women who would.
Oh, you can watch? Oh my God. I can't
The
watch
needle's
when
going
they stick
in.
You.
Don't I have great veins though? Everybody says
You should be
that.
so proud.
Yeah, it's because I have high testosterone.
Is that true?
Well, kind of, right? If your blood is really like pumping.
Do I have high testosterone?
I have like really high
Probably.
testosterone. That's why I'm like so horny all the time. It's like a real thing.
I feel like I do too.
But anyways, when I was in LA, I would go and do a ton of these celebrities' hair at home, obviously, because they wanted the privacy. And a lot of them were doing NAD. And they were explaining.
While you're doing their hair?
Yeah, while I was doing their hair.
Did they talk to you?
They'd be hooked up. Yeah, they were like my good friends too and stuff. And they
No,
would,
but I mean like they were able to like sit through it.
well, that's the thing that's tripping me out because I swear they must have been doing a lower dose because no one was ever stressing out. But they would sit for like 2.5 hours. So that
With
means
it?
they're going really slow. Kristin and I would like power through in like 30 minutes, something you're supposed to do in 2.5 hours. That's why we'd like be dying.
Well, and you know, like I've heard a lot of these athletes and stuff will literally do it in like 15 minutes. They're just like run it and they just like suffer for 15 minutes and then it's just done.
So do you think like cardio health has something to do with that? Like if you're a really healthy person?
Honestly has to do with like inflammation in the body and how much you have. So if you have more inflammation in the body, it's going to be way more intense.
What?
I'm going to be screwed right now because I'm so
Wait.
unhealthy right now.
Much of it is just kind of like that mental mind game. So it's like with some of these athletes, they're just like
Yeah.
so locked in, they're so focused, and they just want to get it over and done with that they'll literally suffer for 5 minutes or so.
Wait, okay, so that's crazy. So I don't know, you guys probably can't hear, but basically the more inflammation that you have in the body, the harder it is to sit through this. I may be okay right now.
Yeah,
I've been
you
so
don't look
healthy. I've been
inflamed
so
at
healthy
all.
lately. I haven't been drinking at
I had
all.
like the
I am,
biggest drinking summer of my life probably. Although I've stopped drinking now for like 3 weeks, so maybe I'll feel good.
I gotta tell you, I think I've had one drink in almost 2 months. I feel amazing.
That's so good.
I kind of want to be sober, but I don't want to talk about it.
Can you not do that?
I know.
Fucking
I know. I was like,
Can you not get that?
I was just talking to my friend, and we're both like, we're just over alcohol. I was like, but the problem is, you like can't tell people because then people are like,
they'll hold you to
why?
it.
Oh my god, or no, but they're just like annoying about it. People just can't let you like want to feel healthy because it like triggers their
It
own
makes
bullshit.
them feel guilty. Like if you're not drinking at a dinner or something.
Yeah.
I would not care if my friend's not drinking.
Literally,
Well,
great.
that means you have boring friends. If your friends have to have alcohol to be fun, I feel like I'm actually better when I'm sober.
Same.
To be honest, I feel
Oh,
like
no,
I
I'm
lose some of my
scared.
personality.
I
when
hate this
drink.
part. Okay, what? I don't know. Whatever.
Are you
has
not
a
good at
better
getting
thing.
stuck with a needle?
Well, you know what? I used to be so terrified of
You
needles.
used to be a heroin addict?
Back when I was a heroin addict.
Not
yeah.
that that's funny at all,
I
but you're like,
know.
no, I'm great at this.
Too far. No, it's because I've had 3 kids. And when you have kids, you have to go in all the time and get your blood drawn for different things. Like just there's a lot of needles involved. So I had to get over the fear. But okay, anyways, NAD is also good with energy and endurance, mental clarity. It's good for your immune system. It's great for sleep quality. I can't fucking talk today. And like we just said, it's really good for inflammation. So yeah, the signs that you will have, or the symptoms, I guess I should say, that you will have during this process is chest tightness, flushed feeling, stuffy nose, throat soreness, and burning. Just really.
The chest tightness is always the one that I notice the most. Like it gets really, really tight. I will say that when we were doing this consistently, and we always talk about this actually, I felt the best ever when we were doing it consistently. Like I had so much energy. I felt like my skin looked so good.
I remember you talking about how good your skin looked.
Like my skin looked so clear.
Can I be honest with you? And this is just me being honest. Whether it's IVs, lasers on your face, anything, I don't have one thing I've ever done where I'm like, I really noticed a difference. Not one fucking thing. I'm not saying it's not working. I'm just saying, why do I not see results on anything I ever do? What is that about?
I think because you're naturally pretty, you know?
No, that's
I think you
Thanks,
literally.
Justin.
Well, and I'm not even. No, I don't think you've ever had a period like because there's times where like I'll look dehydrated or I'll look tired,
me
like
too.
my eyes look like hollow underneath or whatever, and
Yeah.
it's usually like sleep or if I'm not getting all of my it's usually sleep to be honest, or if I'm partying really hard.
Partying, yeah.
But I feel like you consistently, even when you're kind of in an unhealthy place, you're still really taking care of your body.
I guess that's always been top of mind for me is
Like I can't think of one time in our friendship where I was like, man, she looks a little haggard.
well.
Where I have. Always. Mine'll go so up and down.
No, I definitely will look at some photos and I'm like, Jesus, that was not a good period.
But what you're saying is no beauty treatment that you've done. You've never been like, whoa, that was like
Nothing.
a game changer.
Nothing. Which kind of pisses
See,
me
I
off.
think like one
Are we
time.
rolling here? Are we rocking and rolling? Okay.
This is your roller clamp again.
Okay.
It stops, so down towards the blue hub is going to be down. or
Okay.
slower.
Oh my God.
Let me get it started for you.
Yeah, okay. Do the honors.
So we're hooked in right now.
Okay, we're starting.
And this little controller that you have in your hand,
It's
you
open
can
all the way.
make it faster
Not
or
all the way.
slower.
So, and like we said, you can literally, if you're feeling really awful, thank you. You can just like stop it for a minute to catch your breath.
Is she all the way down?
She is not. So you can see a little drip right up in the chamber there. You guys are just about the same. You're maybe a little faster than her.
Ooh, I like that. We make everything a competition.
I know. I'm gonna open mine all
But
the way.
one of the last times that we were doing this together, we were like competing to see who could finish it first, and
know.
both of us were almost puking.
No,
And I think you
literally.
literally said to me, "You're like, Justin, please slow yours down."
I can't do this. Oh, I can like feel it going into my veins.
But I was gonna say the one
No,
beauty.
I'm not dripping as high as. Oh, there you go. You gotta like keep your arm at a good. Look how much faster you're dripping than me.
I know, and I can taste it in my mouth. You can
body's
taste it in your
sucking
mouth.
all up. Is this just NAD or are there vitamins in it?
So this is what we call our longevity bag. So it has B vitamins,
Oh, yeah.
B12, vitamin C, magnesium, calcium, N-acetylcysteine,
Ooh.
and you get a few other amino acids with it.
Fucking killing it over here.
Use the B vitamins.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah,
Do you do this a lot?
Yep, I usually do NAD once a week, 250.
You do?
You
That's why you look so
incredible.
good.
When she walked in, we both looked at her and we're like,
do?
Yeah, I do mine in like 5 minutes.
What? You do? Sandy, come in here. I
Then
forgot
I'm
to
gonna
introduce
do
you.
that.
This is Sandy, by the way. She's from Arete. So,
poke your head in there.
look how cute she is. This is why we do
Everyone
NAD,
look at her.
to look like this. But wait, you do it in 5 minutes?
Yeah, because what I was telling you is, like, for me, the mental part of it, I can't sit here and do what you guys do because I'm like, oh, hell no, this feels
Yeah.
like shit. So I just put mine in a little bag and let it run
Whoa.
over 5 minutes. And
You're a
then like,
badass.
over and done with.
Holy shit.
I want to do that now.
Oh, I can taste the
Really?
vitamins now too. I feel like I'm
Ooh.
always a little delayed.
No, I like feel it right now. I feel
Okay, so here's what we thought would be funny to talk about while we do the NAD is to talk about celebrity gossip and where we've decided to start. Are you that bad?
Like everything's like tensing up.
Are you okay? Call an ambulance.
I'm like sweating, and I like did a spray tan today, so it's like gonna start dripping.
I was gonna say you're so tan.
You thought it was real?
No, but I wasn't gonna call you out.
It's like a lot, but it's gonna start
taste it too.
dripping down my face.
Ew, I can feel it too now. I'm always delayed. Oh, it feels awful. Oh,
The chest tightness is the weirdest part. Like you feel it really tight in your chest.
All right, guys, let's quickly talk about ZipRecruiter. According to research, a major challenge that many employers face is the pressure to hire quickly. And it's a tough hurdle to overcome because it's so time consuming to search for great candidates and sort through their application. Well, if you're an employer who can relate, I have one question for you. Have you tried ZipRecruiter? ZipRecruiter has figured out how to solve this very problem. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/honest. Owning my own business, I know just how difficult it can be to find really good hires and especially fast. Also, being in retail, Nashville is not necessarily a hub for that. It's growing, but a couple years ago, I used to find that was a really big challenge for us was finding quality candidates to fit the roles that we needed locally. And so ZipRecruiter is really great for that. ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology works fast to find top talent so that you don't waste your time or your money. You can invite top candidates for your job to apply to encourage them to apply sooner. So you can relax employers and let ZipRecruiter speed up your hiring. See for yourself. Just go to ziprecruiter.com/honest right now to try it for free. That's the same price as a genuine smile from a stranger, a picture perfect sunset, or a cute dog running up to you and licking your hand. Again, that's ziprecruiter.com/honest. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Okay, you guys know I love this brand, and that is Bon Charge. Bon Charge is a holistic wellness brand with a huge range of evidence-based products to optimize your life in every way. Founded on science and inspired by nature, all Bon Charge products adopt ancestral ways of living in our modern-day world. Their extensive range of premium wellness products help you sleep better, perform better, have more energy, recover faster, balance hormones, reduce inflammation. I mean, the list is endless. From blue light glasses and infrared saunas to red light therapy to EMF management and circadian-friendly lighting, Bon Charge products help you naturally address the issues of our modern-day way of life effortlessly and with maximum impact. My personal favorite product from Bon Charge is their red light face mask. We all know that red light is so good for you, but why? Well, it helps with wrinkles, acne, scars. The list really goes on. And personally, I like it to kind of counterbalance all of the blue light that's been thrown at our face all day long. It's really easy to use. You just throw it on your face. Your hands are free. You can go about your day. You could throw the ball for your dog in the yard. You could watch TV. You could fold the laundry. I mean, whatever you want to do. It's lightweight. It doesn't get hot. It's just easy. I've tried all the other brands, you guys. None of them compare to Bon Charge. And another thing I love so much, speaking of the blue light, is that Bon Charge removed circadian and sleep disrupting blue and green light from their red light face mask. Other brands keep these light frequencies in their masks, which can disrupt your sleep and circadian clocks. So check them out, guys. Go to boncharge.com and use coupon code HONEST to save 15%. That's BONCHARGE.com and use coupon code HONEST to save 15%. Okay, so we're going to start with Diddy because obviously a very hot topic at the moment. And I know everyone's talking about it. We're not going to go into great detail because you guys already know everything. But we do have a couple points that we want to address. Are you...
Like we're masters of the topic, right? There's a couple things we want to address here.
Like we're speaking on Congress.
Madame Kristin has the floor.
Like
Madam Kristin has the
on
floor.
On the Diddy topic. Oh my God, I feel so
I feel
awful.
literally sick. This was like not a good idea. I'm like sweating.
Okay, we're going to
Your eyes are watering.
I know. I'm in a rough spot. Okay, so there's really only a couple points we wanted to hit home. But what we've noticed is any celebrity who is, oh my God.
I just turned mine all the way up.
You did? All the way up?
I want it over with.
Fuck, me too. So what we've noticed is anytime there's been a celebrity who's been photographed with Diddy, the whole internet is like, oh my God, they're part of the freak offs and all the things.
First of all, freak offs is so funny to me. Like the mental,
So
nothing about
funny.
this is funny, but like the mental image of like anyone doing like a freak off. That's
What is that, by the way? Because like I don't actually read articles. I'll look at headlines, which I'm like so against, but I'm guilty of it. What are they saying the freak offs are?
it's like an orgy, basically.
It's just a big
yeah. So
orgy.
it's like I think his whole like fascination was seeing a bunch of people have sex in front of him, and he would watch a lot of it. But
He
now
wasn't partaking in it.
I'm sure he was, but a
Yeah.
lot of it was like. I don't want to go into specifics because they change so fast every day,
Yeah.
and then people come and be like, yo, no, that's not the truth. So I don't want to say anything is matter of fact because things are coming out every day and they're changing.
Yeah.
But essentially, he was loving watching like wild orgies and stuff happen at the house, and it was kind of like he liked to be in control.
Like, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So it was kind of like telling people what to do sexually. But the stuff that's coming out now is so nasty and disturbing. I've actually had to stop reading a little bit.
Right.
Because it just came out that like there was like a 9-year-old kid involved.
What?
That just came out yesterday. There was like a 9-year-old kid that's
That
come
like
forward.
because I have kids, like that fucks me up in such a way that I
Yeah.
can't even describe.
So all of this kind of stuff, I always like to like stay in the know just because I do. I think pop culture is fascinating, but this one has gotten so gross to me, like I can't even really read anymore.
Yeah.
And I started talking about it a little bit on social media at the beginning. So people then were like, wait, have you heard about the new things or whatever? I'm like, you guys, I can't go into this too
know.
much because it like makes me really sick. But what we were talking about is all of these people, you know, Diddy will be in these pictures with all these different celebrities, and then everyone jumps to a conclusion like, oh, they were involved or whatever. And that's so not necessarily true. And not that I care. I don't need to protect anyone in Hollywood. You don't need to protect
No.
anyone in Hollywood. But it's just, like, it doesn't work that way.
Well, what happens at a party is like if you're sitting there and there's Jessica Alba and there's Diddy, right? Photographers will be like, hey, can I get a picture with you and Jessica Alba? That literally happened to me actually in an event. And it was like, oh, okay, yeah. Like that
and then
happens.
people lump you together.
Yeah, and then everyone thinks like Jessica Alba and I are really good friends and we're hanging out, where it's like we literally didn't even say 2 words. Actually, that's not true. She's not a good example of that because she's actually very sweet and we did talk. But in a lot of situations, it's literally like, hey, picture, and then you literally walk away from each other.
Well, the biggest one is I'm like really feeling this. So
I am
just so you know,
too.
you guys, this is like hard if we sound like we're not focusing very well. That's why.
I know.
But one of the biggest ones is everyone's like obsessed with Oprah, and whether or not you love Oprah or you hate her, I get it. A lot of people don't like her for whatever reason, but everyone's like seeing pictures of like Oprah a lot with Diddy or whatever. Oprah's one of those people that no matter what party she's at, every photographer is going to be like, Oprah, come over here, let me
yeah.
get a picture with you. Like Oprah's the type of celebrity that like everyone's going to take a picture with, you know? And Oprah could take a picture with 30 people in one night that she absolutely hates. It has
That's the thing. You can't really say no unless a photographer like comes up to just you and is like, hey, can you take a picture over there with Justin Anderson? And you're like, no, like I'm not going to do that. But like most of the time you are kind of in a situation where you can't really say no.
But those things in Hollywood, I mean, those parties are really that way. I mean, any party that I went to, when there were celebrities there and there was a photographer, they would do that constantly. The photographer, if 2 celebrities were kind of in the same vicinity, it's like, hey, so-and-so, can I grab a picture of the 2 of you? You turn around, you take a picture, and then go back to your normal friends. So it doesn't mean that all these people are hanging out.
And you can be at a party and have no idea what is going on behind closed doors. That's just the reality of it. P. Diddy's having a party. You almost just want to be invited because it's a big party and everyone goes. So it's like an honor to be invited. And I guarantee 90% of the people there actually had no clue that all of this was going on.
Well, yeah, and what's coming out is that a lot of this weird stuff was happening late at night. And I think that those people who are disgusting, like a disgusting Diddy type person, they know who's going to be down for the weird stuff. Like it's the same type of person, like a predator or like a groomer or whatever. They're going to seek out like the weak people in their area that they know that they control. So maybe they'd find somebody who like just moved to Hollywood and has no money and wants to like have a career. So maybe they'd go, but like they're not going to go after Ellen DeGeneres and Oprah and like try and entice them with a freak off with baby oil. Like they're not wanting to go to that. So I think it was happening late at night, so people could be at the party and then not be a part of it later. Oh my gosh, my brain is fried.
Wait, can we talk about the baby oil for a second? I don't think that's baby oil, because why the fuck would the cops confiscate baby oil? Like at the end of the day, like, oh no, they have baby oil. That doesn't do anything.
No, there's tons of conspiracies going on. So what do you think it is?
I think it's G. I think it's the date rape drug.
In all those bottles, sealed? Okay, well then that would be very easy for them to figure out, but I feel like the bottles would be sealed. If you buy a bottle of baby oil, there's going to be like the plastic seal on the top.
Yeah.
If all the seals are off, okay, yeah, maybe.
Do we know if they were off or not?
No, we don't know, but that would easily
Why would they confiscate baby oil?
Because who the hell has thousands of bottles
not illegal.
No, it's not illegal, but it's very much proof that like they were having lubed up parties in a place. You know,
Is that illegal?
It's not illegal, but what I'm saying, if you're trying to build a case against somebody who's having lubed up oil parties in their house and you find 1,000 bottles
Maybe
of
they're
baby
wrestling in baby oil.
Okay, you're a freak. You're like, maybe you're like, I did a slip and slide with my kids last summer with baby oil. We put it on our trampoline all the time.
That's not that weird to me. No, I just really feel like it's not baby oil for some reason.
You know what's so funny is Kristin and I, well, we love to dip a little bit into conspiracies, you know?
Love.
But you believe shit way more than I do.
I'm the biggest conspiracy theorist on the planet.
She is so gullible. Like
I believe everything.
We'll go deep on stuff that I would never talk about publicly. Like we have fun with these conversations like in private or whatever. But some of the stuff that you believe, I'm like, bitch, I can't be friends with you
I
right
believe
now.
everything. Do you want to know my favorite? I believe this, you guys. I wholeheartedly believe what I'm about to say. I think there are clones. Okay. And I think Kanye is a clone. And I'm going to tell you why. Remember, he was really talking a lot. He was really saying too much. The cabal didn't like that, you know? The Illuminati, the cabal, they did not like how much he was saying. He was calling a lot of people out. And he said, if I go away and I come back and I look different, that is not me. What the fuck happened? He was gone. He gone. Remember, he fell off the face of the earth for a little while.
He did that because he wanted to gain weight. I would do that too. I'm going to do that next summer.
Look at him. Compare old photos of him. It's not the same fucking person. It's not. He didn't just gain weight.
Do you think Britney Spears is her?
That's not Britney Spears. I'm sorry, it's not Britney Spears. Oh. Go look at photos. That's not Britney Spears.
Here's my biggest thing.
Don't cancel me, Hollywood.
Here's my biggest thing.
Podcast.
How do you think that these people would hide that, Kristin? If somebody tried to clone you, I would scream it from the top of the mountains like that's not Kristin.
You literally will get killed.
Oh my goodness gracious.
I believe this
you guys,
with every
I believe there's
ounce
so many
in my
weird things
body.
that happen in the world, but like when you think that you could make one of the biggest pop stars in the world just disappear and nobody would come forward and be like, that's not her, like her close friends. Jamie Lynn Spears, I've done her hair a bunch of times, like she would tell me.
No, she wouldn't, because she'll get killed.
Okay, we're not going into that, but I don't think you could hide. I think
the
Kanye,
people who are going to come out and say something get killed. Anthony Bourdain. There's a list of people.
Remember when the one guy who says that you're a man?
So I was just going to bring this up. So the one thing that made me go, maybe
this is where Kristin got a lesson taught to her.
Maybe I shouldn't believe everything is, and this wasn't like a big rumor, but this was recent. There's a guy on social media who is constantly coming for me saying I'm really a man. And
he believes this with his whole everything.
Like the same way I believe Kanye is a clone. He believes it that much. And he's saying the entire cast of Laguna Beach were industry plants. And that did make me take, well, first of all, I was like,
but
the
Kristin,
fact that you think I'm a man, like, fuck you. No, I know. And so that did make me take a step back and be like, maybe I shouldn't believe everything I read, because if people think I'm a dude, and that's obviously not true, okay? I was like, I don't know, maybe
Put your head back. Let me see your Adam's apple.
So he literally was like, you can see her Adam's apple.
Okay, so you guys.
And I was like, I am so offended right now.
You guys, this same guy, we figured out, he writes me paragraphs like every month or so. Like I'll go in and he'll write me paragraphs on social media, and he's really sweet to me though. Like he like gasses me up. He's like, I really love how close you and Kristin are, and I love that you accept the fact that she's a man.
Tell him you're a clone.
What?
You should tell him you're a clone.
Oh, yeah. I never open his messages or like engage with him. I talk to a lot of people.
He's trying to get information out of you. That's why he's trying to make you be like, I know, I'm such a good person.
Well, here's the information here. She's not a man. You're probably listening to this. Show him your vagina.
I was thinking I think I need to.
But that literally, it hurts, right?
Yeah, no, I don't feel good at all.
No. And my
but also,
arm
look
is
how
like,
slow mine is going compared to yours. I feel like I need to crank mine up, but I'm scared.
Can they see the bag? Oh, no, they can't. But mine's like halfway done, and hers is 3/4.
Not whatever. Even. Mine like hasn't even put a dent in it. You got those big veins, son.
But that did teach you a lesson, right?
Taught me a lesson to not believe every single conspiracy theory, but I'm still going to believe that Kanye is a
Oh,
clone.
want to know my thing? Okay, so with that, when they say the clone thing, and they also say that they make people disappear and they bring them back, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so my cousin is this guy named Tim Ballard, and he does all this work for child trafficking, right?
Oh
so he has a rescue called our Rescue that he was a part of, blah, blah, whatever. Tim Ballard is his name. There's this guy who does all the clone talk on social media saying that people aren't really who they are. And he did a whole video how he was saying, Paul Walker is my cousin.
I saw this.
So they said they got rid of Paul Walker, and then brought out my cousin who they kind of look alike. Paul Walker grew up in our same hometown. We all grew up in the same hometown together. So I've seen all these people together at the same time. We were all Mormon too. Mormons just look alike. We all look related.
I know.
But it's like when I see stuff like that, and these people believed it in the comment sections. And I even commented, I'm like, this one's BS. That's my cousin, and Paul Walker grew up in the same town as us. Like, it's not. Like, this is how that stuff gets. And then these people who are really gullible, they believe it. And it makes me sad because there's no secret that there's like a huge mental health issue in this country, right? And people who aren't doing very well mentally, they read this stuff in their home and they're scared to go out into the real world, and they read it in their basement or this dark area of their house. And they're even more afraid of the world because they think all this scary stuff is happening. So they take it too far. There's weird shit happening, but some of it's too far. Britney Spears is Britney Spears. That is Britney, bro.
Kanye's still a clone. I will ride that one to the day I die. I'm sorry. But just because of what he said, and then it literally is what happened.
So what happens? Like the cabal elves
they're
come
like,
into
he's
your house
saying
one night
too
and they pull you
much.
out of bed and they hide you for the rest of your life?
Probably.
And nobody's connected. That's what I'm saying, Kristin. If somebody tried to hide you from the world, I would find
They would
you.
have to do something with you too. I don't think anyone else. Oh my God, I
So-
feel really shitty.
So me,
The Kardashians aren't going to go and step up for Kanye because he was calling them
No,
out.
I believe the Kardashians would love to hide him or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm saying with the rest of these celebrities, so what? Like what your kids are all of a sudden like, that's not our mom, and then they have to take them out.
I
So
think
everyone in your life.
Northwest is part of the cabal.
Oh my God, I can't do this stuff.
Sorry. I do, you guys. The cabal's real. I don't know 100% for sure, but like it's real.
Well, and she's saying it, because she's apparently in the cabal,
I'm
and
an
she's a
industry
man,
plant.
so she's an industry plant, and she's in the cabal. So like, if
That's
she's
how I
gone
know.
tomorrow.
I'm scared for my safety now. Yeah, right. They're just gonna say how crazy I
Oh
am.
no, my chest is so tight.
No, it's brutal.
Look how fast I'm going, though. Are you proud?
I'm
Am I
actually
like a
so
football player?
jealous. I'm so jealous of that. All right, guys, I want to talk to you about Wayfair. I think most of you know I did just move into a new house. So I have been all up in new furniture. I let the kids actually pick out all new stuff. And Wayfair was at the top of our list for furniture. Another thing that I love so much about Wayfair is that is the place to shop for all things home this holiday season. From sofas to spatulas and everything you need for holiday hosting, like festive cookware, cozy bedding, and holiday decor galore. The holidays can be stressful, but Wayfair makes it easy to get your home holiday ready. I've done a lot of shopping on Wayfair recently. Camden got a couple nightstands from Wayfair that he loves so much. We got a bed frame for Jackson. And I've personally have been looking at all of their holiday decor, and I am a sucker for anything holiday kitchenware. So, all of their cooking utensils, plates, all of these fun things for Christmas, I just go bananas for. Wayfair's huge selection of home items makes it easy to find exactly what's right for you. I've been recommending it to all of my friends who also love to decorate for Halloween and Christmas and just all the fun holidays coming up. There's something for every style and every home, no matter your space or your budget. Wayfair is your one-stop holiday shop for everything on your to-do list, from extra seating for the whole family and bedding sheets for your guest room to kitchen brands you love and tabletop decor for every holiday. Wayfair is your one-stop holiday shop for everything on your to-do list this season. Head to wayfair.com right now to get your home holiday ready. That's WAYFAIR.com. Wayfair. Every style, every home. Okay, you guys, here is a company that I absolutely love and I'm really excited to talk to you about, and that is Shopify. I don't know how I would have started Uncommon James if it wasn't for Shopify. What I love so much about Shopify is that it just makes your online business so easy. It has everything you possibly need. To this day, even though Uncommon James isn't a startup, it is still my favorite app on my phone because no matter what, I still love checking the sales every day. And it's a very user-friendly app. You can see all of the orders. You can go back and track basically whatever you need. Also, if you have stores like we do, you can look at them separately as opposed to your online business. It just really makes everything so seamless. And with holiday season coming up, Black Friday, Cyber Monday is the Super Bowl for retail, as I'm sure most of you know. And that's another thing that I love tracking, just our daily goals. And if we've hit our numbers, and they break it all down for you into that Black Friday, Cyber Monday bucket. And so just gearing up here for holiday season, Q4, this is a big moment, and Shopify again just makes everything so easy. So really looking forward to that. So guys, upgrade your business and get the same checkout we use with Shopify. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Cavallari, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Cavallari to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/Cavallari. Since you hit play on this podcast, thousands of photos have been posted on social media, capturing the moment, but not always living in them. A few hundred more now. Cotton is asking us to help my listeners take a pause, to tell stories instead of just watching them, and to make moments better by wearing a versatile, comfortable, and long-lasting fabric. A fabric you may be wearing or even laying on right now. Cotton is my go-to. There is nothing better than wearing cotton when you're lounging around the house. My favorite is a nice flowy cotton dress in the morning, having my morning coffee on my front porch. Cotton is natural and comes from the earth. Because it's natural, it does not contribute to microplastic pollution. Cotton is versatile, long-lasting, and timeless. Cotton is comfortable, breathable, and easy to clean, giving permission to be authentically you. I always try to look for 100% cotton, not only because it's natural, it's good on the skin, and I can just always count on it. Also for my kids as well. And even when they were little babies, 100% cotton was always really important to me. Cotton is asking all of us to recharge in our own way. This could mean putting down your phone or scrolling on it for hours. You do you. This makes me think of my alone time that I need for recharging my batteries. There is nothing better for me than being home, wearing something really comfortable, and just having a minute of peace and quiet for myself. That is when I am the happiest. So you guys, press pause with cotton, the natural choice. Discover the fabric of now at thefabricofourlives.com. Okay, so another thing we wanted to talk about was Logan Paul.
The fact that you're even saying his name is so funny to me.
Who is he?
Your kids love him.
My kids love him. That's the only reason I even know his name. I just know he owns the company Prime.
I think he's so hot.
Yeah,
I mean, like if you like that bad boy thing
Yeah.
or whatever. But anyways, he was getting all this like flack on line because his wife, who she's gorgeous.
Yeah,
I
she's a
love
model.
her.
Yeah. Nina
she's
Agdal.
beautiful. Yeah, something like that. Beautiful. Nina, she used to date Leonardo DiCaprio, right?
Yep.
And then she got too old, you hit 25.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he is with her. She had a baby, and I guess like during her labor, he turned her labor process into like a brand deal, like to promote like his Lunchables. He has a new Lunchable product.
Perfect,
I feel so stupid talking about this.
opportunity to promote your Lunchables in the fucking delivery room of your baby.
He literally created a healthy version of like Lunchables, what we all had as kids. And he brought her Lunchables right after she had the baby. She just looks miserable in the pictures that I saw online that they were like showing or whatever. So the question is like, how wrong is it to take something like your child's birth and try to monetize it?
I think it's really disgusting. I really do. I have like such a thing with people trying to make money off of their kids.
The kids is the biggest thing. It's because I go to the place of like, if you're somebody, he was a YouTube star, right? Like that's how he found his fame. Or if you're like a reality TV personality, these people, it's their job to be public and make money off of sharing stuff with the public. But yeah, I think the kids, and you've always obviously been really good about this, like you can't make money off of your kids. And by the way, it's the easiest thing to do on earth because I know for my fact, my sister had a baby and like people love seeing pictures. So I have to kind of pull back a little bit. People love to see kids.
I got offered like campaigns, like big company campaigns to do with my kids. And I was like, I won't do it. Because
what is the obsession with kids then? What do people love?
I think it's
so
like
much
just really relatable, for a lot of people. And like moms are the ones buying products traditionally. But my thing is like for the kid, how do you not grow up and feel used?
100%.
How do you
Although we live in a
not?
different world now where everything is shared online. Everyone's whole life is
Are you
online.
giving that money to the kid?
I think they're making laws for that. Did you know they have laws coming out about that?
I actually have heard that.
There's laws saying that influencers who use their kids for content, they have to prove that they're putting money aside for the kids. And I think that's genius. But then again,
you can take it out though. You could create a trust. Even
yeah,
for your kids
but
and
at
you
least
could
they're
move that
moving in
money.
that direction. But even still with that, I think it's just disgusting to make that decision for your kid.
Obviously, like everyone knows that's my stance.
Also, what if you had like a beautiful kid that was getting all this attention on social media and then they got ugly and then all of a sudden nobody wanted to really see them? So then you pull them off and the kid's like, why aren't you posting anymore?
Oh my God.
Like there's so many issues that could come from it. Like that would fuck with a kid's head.
Absolutely.
I do not think it's a good idea to do that kind of stuff.
I will always take the stance, let your kids make that decision if they want their lives plastered all over the place and if they want to monetize their existence. I just think it's gross. I always have. I think it's also so easy. To me, that's the easy route. Like, oh, you're staying relevant because of your kids.
Yeah, that's really,
like
you don't have
do
enough
something better, get more
have
creative.
a personality, like create something.
You're using your kids to stay relevant. That's insane to me. Not to name names, that there are a lot of people who do that. I might leave it. I don't know. See how I feel. See how I feel in the edit.
I think it is a real thing, like with the influencers, though. But there's like also a lot of people who are like following these mommy bloggers and these mommy influencers for that kind of content. So I understand how it ends up happening, but I do think about like what are the long-term effects of like putting your kid on social media for that many years for so many people to see. And here's the thing too, like even my own partner, like Scoot, hates being on social media. So people will like get excited when like I share Scoot on my stories and stuff, and they're like, why don't you share Scoot more? Like, why doesn't he do like cooking things, because he loves to cook in the kitchen? He hates being on it. So imagine you're forcing your kid to do it, and then like what if they really don't like it later, and then how do you pull them back from the public? So
that's what I'm saying. It's not for everybody.
It's not like, I love social media. I love it. I would go live all day long if I could, you know, like I would set up cameras in my house and just live my whole life online because I enjoy it. I like entertaining. I like whatever, but a lot of people hate it. So how do you make that decision for a kid? And I think that like kids are obviously the number one people that we need to protect in our lives until they can make their own decisions for themselves. So I don't know. It's kind of gross. I also thought with that thing with Logan Paul is it's like, if I were a woman and I gave birth, no one would be invited into the room.
Nobody.
No one would be invited into the room.
Especially for your first kid.
I wouldn't see anyone for the last 3 months.
No.
I would be like hidden from the world. So you give birth and then your husband brings in a marketing deal. It actually helps me to talk really fast. I'm not even thinking about this. I'm done.
That's why I'm like not even halfway and I can't think about that.
I wish you guys could see the bag. She has so much and I'm done.
I hate you.
I've turned it all the way up. Wait, I'm like an NAD Pro. What if I've secretly been doing this for months?
I know, like,
I didn't tell you.
You've been prepping.
I've been practicing.
I'm over here like,
you look sick.
I feel sick. I'm dying. I'm like, and I was just in my head like, wait, what was I just gonna say? I'm like losing my train of thought. But if I were Nina, I would tell him to go suck a fucking dick and get the fuck out of my face. I understand like their money is obviously their lifestyle, so part of her is probably like, no, I get it. Like we need to promote Lunchables, but can we wait until our baby is eating in a few months?
Or till I just like feel like I didn't just give birth to a baby. Like you don't feel cute after you give birth, do you?
Every photo that I have from the delivery room, I'm like, that's disgusting.
Like you would burn it.
I never want to see that ever again.
I was in the room right after my sister just gave birth to her last baby or whatever, and she didn't look like herself, you know?
You don't look like yourself.
Yeah, and I was being very mindful with my pictures, you know? I was like taking pictures or whatever, and I wasn't getting her in the shot or whatever. You're not doing well, girl.
I'm like, what if I just puked?
You guys, the way that this makes you feel is it literally feels like the flu is coming on really, really fast. Like you feel like nauseous, and you really feel like your body's being poisoned.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. I'm being poisoned. Okay, we have to keep talking. I can't think about it. Okay, wait. The other thing, a friend sent me this video of Kate Moss on Instagram, okay? And I sent it to Justin. And listen, this is why we love Kate Moss, but she is walking into a hotel, I believe. She's by herself, right? Which, you guys, the way she is stumbling and doesn't know where she is, she's so fucked up. It's sad on one hand, but it's actually so funny. But like, oh my God, she was fucked up.
Fucked up beyond, like, I am a partier and I love to party. You've had your days or whatever. I couldn't even, there's no more than maybe 1 or 2 times where I was in public. And when I say public, I mean maybe at like a house party or at a friend's house where I was overserved or I drank too much. I love to say overserved. Yeah. Like it's never my fault. Never. But where you kind of get a little stumbly. And I am so good. The minute I start feeling like a little bit too drunk, I will remove myself from the situation so fast. We were just in Nantucket one of our last nights, or our last night having dinner in Nantucket after being there for a month. And it just hit me out of nowhere. I was at dinner. All of a sudden it was just like one martini too many. And I start, you know that I do this a lot. Like I start chatting with everyone in the restaurant, like the table next to us. And then the waiter, I was being like overly friendly. And I hate myself when I do that. I was like, you're so gorgeous.
I know, my God, that's so your move.
It's so my move.
Just to
and
tell everyone how gorgeous
I
they are.
love
Like,
it though. Like I get so
Oh
excited.
God.
And but in my head I was like, okay, Justin, you've hit your wall. And I like literally walked my ass home. Like got up. I'm like, you guys, I can't even we hadn't had dinner yet. The food hadn't come out.
my
And I
God.
left. So anyways, I know the situations where I've kind of stumbled or whatever. And she was just she was getting to the party like that. She was walking into
just showing
the
up?
party because that was like Fashion Week. I think that's what it
must
was.
have been, yeah.
And she was showing up to the party like that. And the paparazzi caught her like literally stumbling from side to side. She looked fucking
She stopped.
incredible.
Like she didn't know where she. Yeah, I know.
She looked incredible.
She did look good.
She did a really good move though. I thought that maybe you should do if you ever don't feel cute like later in life. Where she had all of her hair like covering her face as she was walking
I'm
through the
gonna do
paparazzi.
that honestly right now.
It was
'cause
so
that's
hot.
How I feel right now.
No, you look really pretty right now. Your eyes are watery though.
I feel so awful. Oh my God.
Why do I feel good? I mean, I
Because
feel
you're done.
I feel like it was nauseous, but like if I'm gonna feel so good tonight. Yeah.
I woke up at 3 a.m., so I'm really excited for a good night's sleep tonight.
Why did you wake up at 3?
I'm not sure. I've been waking up really early. 3 was aggressive. I've been waking up like between 4 and 5 though.
You're
for,
just excited about life to get it going.
I am.
Oh, because we're gonna see each other today.
Yeah, I was like, oh,
I
get
couldn't
to
sleep
see
last night either.
Justin. I'm excited. I've also been going to bed so early that might have something to do with it. But also to be that hammered by yourself gives me anxiety.
Oh, by yourself.
Like, where are her friends?
That is so freaky.
Where
but
was
she's a
she?
professional. Like, isn't she known for that for partying? Like,
Yeah,
she's been
she
like
is.
that forever.
Yeah.
What is the Kate Moss drink?
I don't know.
Champagne and vodka, or is that the Lindsay Lohan? I think it's the Kate Moss, and I think Lindsay Lohan used to drink it. But anyways, yeah, being that drunk,
Fuck you up.
being that drunk in public, also good. I think she's so cool that she can just kind of like rock it and like.
She just doesn't give a fuck,
She-
and that's what I like about her.
Yeah. How does she still look good though?
I think she got a facelift a few years ago. She looked crazy at first, but I think it's settled now.
That's another topic that I wanted to like touch base on. There was this article because we were like scrolling through our stuff.
only yawning because this makes you yawn, right?
Does
This
it
isn't because
really?
I'm like bored of the conversation.
It has what in it?
Magnesium. So I need to go to bed.
So do you usually get tired after this?
Yeah, and NAD can make you tired too because it's kind of like a cell workout. So like your whole body is like kind of kicked into high gear, and so once you're done.
Yeah, I'm about to fall asleep.
But
I'm
the
gonna lean
days
on
after you feel so clear headed and like I love it. It's like a miracle drug.
Yes.
I'm gonna go back into doing it. The taste in my mouth is so weird though. It tastes like
I feel like I'm gonna puke and shit my pants all.
What if you shit your pants right now? Have you ever shit your pants in public? Be honest.
I know. I'm thinking.
Let's be honest.
Let's be honest. No, not that I can think.
You
of.
haven't?
I mean, no.
You've never had an accident?
No, when I was like little, I pooped in the pool one time.
Wait, as an adult, you really haven't?
No.
Oh my God. Okay. Do you remember?
I've been like close.
Do you remember that restaurant on La Cienega? It was like the hottest restaurant ever called Koi.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, Koi, you guys, was like the hottest restaurant in LA. Like every celebrity would go there. Like it was so hard to get in. I ended up like getting a connection there, so I started going there like a lot, and I'd always like be sat in a really cool table or whatever. I ate something so weird, and it hit me out of nowhere. It was like a bad piece of fish, maybe or whatever. It hit me so hard, like I was like, "Oh my God, I'm gonna shit my pants." So I had to get up, like again, excuse myself, and I left. I was running out to my car, or whatever.
You just wouldn't go into the bathroom there.
I would never shit in a bathroom like that ever. So I ran out.
I would.
Yeah, you would. You actually totally would. I will not poop in public like that. Like splatter poop, no way.
I know. I mean, I wouldn't want to, but like I wouldn't leave. And
So
go
listen to
home.
this. So I left, got in my car, driving down La Cienega, like one of the busiest streets in like West Hollywood. Driving down La Cienega, it was hitting me so hard. I pulled over and went out on La Cienega and 3rd, and I shit on the corner of the street. Just pushed my butt out the door and just shit everywhere. And then I had to pull my pants back up and just drive home. I lived with my sister at the time. My sister and I were roommates in West Hollywood. Like she had just moved to West Hollywood. She lived in the condo that I had. So we were living together. I came barging through the front door and she's like, "Hey." And I was like, "I just shit my pants on La Cienega." And
La Cienega and 3rd is so
you guys,
busy.
it's the busiest street. It'd be like a corner in Vegas. Like, and I just pushed my butt out of the car and just splattered.
And then you had to pull up your poopy pants and your poopy butt and sit in that.
Yeah, and then I ran it into the door. But by the way, that wasn't the only time that it's happened.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my God. No,
bad.
that's never happened to me.
Really?
I swear to God, I would tell you.
I feel like everyone's
I
had
just told you I pooped in a pool when I was younger.
You've never sharded?
No, I think I've had like a little, like, not where I'm like, throw those underwear away.
Oh, you are such a lady. I feel like everyone's had that story. Like if you actually get sick and you can't control it.
I've had moments where I'm like, I'm actually going to shit my pants right now, but I've always managed to make it to a bathroom.
Oh my God. One of the absolute worst was I was going to film your show in Cabo. And it was like you sprung it on me. Like it was like a last minute trip. So I was like trying to do one of my get skinny quick tricks.
Oh.
And I took something. And the next day when I went to the airport, I almost shit my pants in an airplane. That's the one time I did have to go to the bathroom on an airplane.
That's
Normally I
the
would never.
worst. I hate having to poop on an airplane.
Ugh, gross.
So facelifts.
Oh, what were we saying?
So
Why do I feel it more now that I'm done? Really? It's just kind of relaxing.
There was a story about a celebrity coming out and saying she is stopping a couple cosmetic procedures. She said fillers and Botox. And it's like, yay, we love a natural queen. But then Justin was saying, well, okay, there's a lot of celebrities who aren't doing fillers and Botox, but they are getting facelifts.
There's a lot of that. And I feel like, I will not name any names, but like when you do hair, obviously you see the scars, right? And so there's a lot of people who do get the facelift done, and you don't need a fillers or Botox when you have a facelift because you're pulling your face back to what it looked like, 20 years before or whatever. So
I have not had a facelift, so suck a dick, okay? I don't do Botox or filler, but I also have never had a facelift. I will probably in 10 years, and I'll keep you posted.
Will you be honest about it?
Yeah, I think I would, especially because I've been so vocal about wanting one. But I also won't have a podcast in 10 years. So I might not have I'm not going to go on Instagram and be like, hey guys, just got a facelift. Like if I had the platform like this, I would be honest about it. Or I guess maybe in an interview. By the way, I don't plan on doing interviews in 10 years. Like I don't plan on being in the entertainment business in 10 years. If I was and it came up in an interview, I would be honest.
But your clone is going to do it.
My clone might.
Your clone is going to do
My
lots of
clone's going to look
interviews.
so fucking good that it doesn't even
Your
matter.
clone's going to do every reality TV deal that you've turned down. It's going to do every
My clone
interview.
is gonna be buck wild. I'm going to be like, that's not even me out there.
I would love it if you just had a really messy clone who just like really leaned into the Cavallari, the old Cavallari.
She would be a good time, but she looked so fucking good.
But anyways, the thing with the facelift thing is like when you say you're not doing Botox or filler, but you've done other things, you're not really coming clean. You're still kind of lying.
You've had a facelift.
Yeah, you're still kind of like lying a little bit.
Well, that's my thing. I'm like, just tell us. I want to know because I want to know what you're doing so I can do it too.
Do you think it's really important for people who have a following or a platform to share everything that they do?
I don't know. That's such a hard conversation because I really understand both sides of it. I really do. I think for a lot of people, the reason they don't is because if you share that like you got your boobs done, for example, like me, then everyone goes, well, then she's done everything.
Or they hold it against you for everything else because with your boobs, like when you said you didn't like to do Botox or something, and then people are like, oh, she can't do Botox, but she did her boobs.
Got your boobs. It's like, well, yeah, I also did
they'll
my
hold it
boobs
against you.
Almost 9 years ago. And like I said, it would maybe be, I don't know that I would get my boobs done today. I'm also not racing to get them out because at the end of the day, I do want my boobs to look good. Sorry, I'm fucking single and I breastfed 3 kids. And is that vain? Yeah. But there's a lot of other stuff I don't do. But my boobs look great and I don't have to wear a bra. So I'm sorry.
Well, and then the crazy thing is, like, I think we've talked about this before too. If you start admitting to certain like plastic surgery, like let's say you have like one plastic surgery thing done, then everyone assumes that everything else on you is done. And it's like, but then also like now that like people are getting skinny, like everyone's like Ozempic, and it's like some people do work out.
Some people got skinny before Ozempic existed.
Yeah, so if you do like a treatment, everyone's gonna be like, the only reason they look like that is because they have everything done, which isn't necessarily
because
true.
people want to take away from anyone that has anything special.
You're still going.
I'm like dying too. I'm like over here like.
You literally look like you're like losing.
I'm honestly on the struggle bus. I'm not gonna lie, but we're getting there.
First day back, adrenochrome. She's on her.
Don't even get me started. The other thing too about my boobs, since we're on the subject, is I said it on my podcast that I had my boobs done. There's an implant. I also had a lift. Blah blah blah. And people were like, she only admitted to a lift years ago. It's like I specifically got asked. I said I had a lift because I thought it was implied that implants go with a lift. I've never met anyone who's only gotten a lift. Like I always thought they went hand in hand. I actually thought me saying I had a lift was me being more explicit with what I've done, being more that's more invasive to me, people knowing I have a fucking scar on my boob. You know what I'm saying? To me,
Yeah.
that was like, oh, I'm telling people even more than I need to.
That's a perfect example of why nobody wants to say anything, because everyone will twist it and try and use it against you later.
Can't win.
Yeah, there's no way. Like, you want to be as honest as possible, but people will use that stuff against you later.
Also, it's like, wait, I was keeping it a secret, but I'm the one who came out and said it. That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
I wanted to keep it a secret, yet I fucking came out and talked about it on my podcast. It's insane. Anyways, I guess I'm never going to finish my IV, but we'll wrap it up. And you guys know, just at some point, I did finish my IV.
Yeah. I think we should ask them.
Let's ask them a question.
Yeah. Well, you can edit this to make it look better. But let us know if you like talking about pop culture stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
at the end of the day, here's the deal. I know what episodes do well and which ones don't. One of our top rated episodes is the one pop culture that we did. That's why we're doing it again.
I think there's so many podcasts and things where people talk about all the pop culture, and I've gotten to a place where they really bother me because people miss the mark so much.
Agreed.
And I feel like they just feed into more rumors and like they make the stories even worse. So like, I think it's...
Well, people shouldn't give an opinion if they have no fucking clue what they're talking about.
I
That's
can't
my
listen
issue.
to another person in the middle of nowhere, which, by the way, living in the middle of nowhere is an absolute luxury, and you're so lucky to live in the middle of nowhere because it's wonderful. But I hate when people in the middle of nowhere are like doing commentary.
You can't comment on celebrities.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, unless you're really in that Hollywood world, and I get it, Hollywood's exciting to talk about from the outside, but people's idea of what Hollywood is so different than what's actually happening there.
I gotta be honest too. Like, I even just saw people commenting on my breakup, and it's a celebrity, actually. She was on a talk show, and put her spin on it was like, oh, that's interesting that you just came up with that, because that's not true at all. She was like, I mean, I know that like they said, you know, they just wanted to keep things fun. It's like, at what point did Mark and I ever say this was just fun? Like, where are you getting that from? People just come up and just literally say whatever the fuck they want.
I'm sure she meant no harm in that, but even her just saying that gives it legs, you know, because then people, they see that interview and then they kind of like run with that.
I wasn't mad at how she spoke about it. She was very nice about the whole thing, but just her putting her own opinion on it was like, or she said it in a way where like she knew that like what our relationship was, when it's like, you have no idea. That's reckless to me, especially with someone who's in the public eye like that, where it's happened to her. You can't put or say, in my opinion. You can't sit there and say like, you know.
Right. That's why I think with those like pop culture conversations, it's really important to look at all different angles and be like, maybe this could happen, but I'm not quite sure, and really clear the air. You know, a lot of the stuff, even like when you and I talk about it, we look at all angles, like us even knowing some of these people or being in that world and being like, I could see how the rest of the world would see it this way and assume that maybe this is happening. But if you really think about what happens in Hollywood, Hollywood's not like this weird little club where everyone like meets every week and talks about what's happening in Hollywood this week or whatever. Like, you could not see people for years. And then maybe you work on a project and you see them somewhere and it's like, oh, hi. Or these pictures end up happening together. Just people's idea of Hollywood is so bizarre. Now that I live here and I hear people talk about it and I look back and I'm like, oh, that's why everyone thinks it's so weird. But you go there and it's kind of like a dork fest also. It's kind of boring. Nobody's really doing anything. It's work.
They're not interesting. For the most part, there's obviously a couple that are, you know, have a lot going on, but they are mostly dorks.
Yeah.
They are.
It's not that fun. Oh, and it just went out.
Hollywood shut me off.